When I was thinking about what I wanted to share with you all this evening, what really stuck out to me is how Maddie has consistently, day after day, year after year, shown me the Lord's character through her own character before I even realized it was happening. And I think that she really exemplifies and reflects the Lord's character with three traits of her own that are his, really. The first of those is perseverance. Maddie loves to invest deeply. I remember when I went and visited her in Clemson, she took me through her weekly routine, and one night a week she would drive out to an impoverished area about 30 minutes away and pick up two very special girls to her. She would take them out, buy them dinner, take them to Young Life, and on the way home just chat about everything that was going on in their lives, encouraging them and just investing in them. And I just really view that as reflecting the Lord's perseverance and his relationship with us. The second is inviting others in. And this is really a trait of the entire Wood family, who always have an extra plate to share, an extra bed at the beach house to offer you, an extra Santa cookie, an extra seat in the car to join them on whatever adventure they're going on next. And that has just been such an example to me of the way that the Lord invites us in. The third is really the character trait that I think of most strongly when I think of Maddie, and that is the joy and laughter that she brings wherever she goes. Maddie is just so vivacious and silly and fun. She does SpongeBob impersonations on the day of her wedding. She has been known to tackle very innocent friends into the sand dunes at Duck. She always initiates Nerf gun wars. And she just really loves life and loves just being a part of anything that's going on. And last week I got to go hang out with them and get some dessert. And as I was pulling away, I saw them hand in hand skipping down the road together. And I have no doubt that exactly that will last a lifetime.
Lucas and Maddie, by the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Church of Jesus Christ, I now pronounce you husband and wife. What God has put together, let no man separate. You may kiss your bride.
So, I'm Derek Sweetie. I've known Lucas since freshman year of high school. And he's my best friend, he's my brother. And there's one story I wanted to share that I think highlights the virtue that he has as a person. And as you guys all know by now, Lucas studied abroad in Costa Rica. And Skype calls me from Costa Rica and he says, dude, you won't believe the beaches here are beautiful. He tells me his host family, they're so kind and they're so inviting. He tells me all these things he's learning about. He tells me there's a water park that has a slide that kills 3 people a year. And I'm like, sign me up. I'll be down there tomorrow. And then he says, oh, and I met a girl. And I'm thinking, all right, tell me about this girl. And he says, we could talk endlessly about sports, about art, about God, about faith, about everything. She's beautiful, she's wonderful. I love spending time around her. And I'm like, dude, this is amazing. And I was so happy for you. And then he says, but. I'm like, why is there a but? Well, she's taken. And me being your best friend, I'm like, you gotta break that shit up, boy. So a year goes by, Lucas goes and he has an internship in Virginia. And the only person he knows in the entire Commonwealth of Virginia is Maddie. So he calls her up, he says, I want to catch up with you, I want to hang out, I want to see you. He goes down, he visits her, he comes back and he Skypes me again. And he says, dude, do you remember that girl from Costa Rica? I go, absolutely. How could I forget? That was a conversation I will never, ever forget. He says, I saw her. I go, that's amazing. He says, and she's just as great as I remember. I go, that's fantastic. He goes, and so I asked her out again. I go, that's amazing. And he goes, yeah, but she said no. But Maddie, being a sweet person that she is and doesn't want Lucas to be alone on the 4th of July, says, hey, you should come down and spend time with friends and family here at my house. Spend the weekend. We'll have a great time. And he said, dude, I just spent the entire week with Maddie and her family. Her grandparents love me. Her Uncle Tom's hilarious. Her parents are beautiful and inviting people. Her brothers are so much fun to be around. I felt like they're my brothers now. He's like, it's so weird. He's like, I've barely known them, and I just feel like it just feels like I'm at home. But he says the most important thing and the most impressive thing we did that entire weekend was we got down and prayed together every night before bed. And he said, Derek, that's what I want in a relationship. That's what I want in a woman. That's who I want to spend the rest of my life with, is someone that I can pray with by the bed every night, and I can share my heart with her, and we know that God is at the center of our relationship. And then on Sunday, I asked her out again, and this time she said yes. She said yes. So if everybody wants to raise their glasses, I'd like to make a toast tonight to perseverance, to love, and to Maddie and Lucas.